Yo, yo, yo! And as you can tell by the thumbnail and the title of this video, I am going to be doing my WWE Backlash prediction video that is, currently as I'm filming this, going to be 2 days from today. I can't believe we're already talking about the fact that we've got a PLE in 2 days' time when it feels like we literally just watched WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2, and it's just crazy to me that we've got this PLE this Saturday, and then we've got another PLE 2 weeks. Well, kind of a PLE, an event, I guess. I wouldn't say it's a PLE, but it's kind of is because it's not a Raw or SmackDown. In Saturday Night Main Event, 2 weeks on Saturday, and then 2 weeks after that wrestling event, Saturday Night Main Event, we've got another two PLEs in Triple AAA, I think, or Triple AA, and later that night, Money in the Bank. So we are being absolutely treated over the next 3 months with multiple PLEs in 3 months' time. So thank you, WWE and Triple H and TKO, whoever has decided to put these events so close to one another. But at the same time, it does kind of not get me as excited because we don't have much time in between to prepare for rivalry. So like rivalry wise, it's not great, but having loads of PLEs is great. Just the rivalries kind of take a little bit of a knock from it, but it is what it is. But anyways, guys, enough about talking about the PLEs that are going to be happening over the next 3 months. This is the prediction video. I was meant to film this a couple of days ago, but I've been waiting for my phone to arrive, so I ended up couldn't be able to film it because I didn't want to start filming it on my old phone that doesn't work anymore, and then my new phone turns up and then I'm halfway through filming on that phone, and then yeah, it would just be an whole ordeal, and it would just be very frustrating. So I was meant to film this a couple of days ago, but I'm filming this on the day that it goes out instead. But yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy this video. If you do, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe if you are new. And let's kick straight on with the first match. I've not done this in the prediction order of what I think the matches are going to be. Sorry about the weird glare. I don't know why there's a weird glare. Let me try shutting this. Hang on. Is that better? Is the glare gone? Yeah, I think the glare's gone. Sorry about that. I haven't done it in a particular order that I think is going to be the first match of the night, but obviously the main event is going to be Randy Orton versus John Cena. But the other four matches, I haven't done them in a specific order. I've just not in a specific order. Sorry, I haven't done them in the order that I believe that they're going to happen in the night. I've just done them in a random order apart from the main event. But the first match that we're going to be talking about is Pat McAfee versus the Ring General Gunther. Okay, this one is a bit of a tricky one because I do feel that we're going to get an actual match between the both of them, but I think it's going to end in a disqualification because Gunther just gets angry that he just ends up beating the living shit out of Pat McAfee, even though the bells rang. You know when like the wrestlers are beating up on a wrestler and then the referee counts to 5. I feel like that's going to happen like towards the end of the match. So I do feel we're gonna get a proper match at the beginning and the middle, but then towards the ending of the match, maybe like 14-15 minutes into the match, we get Gunther just beating the living shit out of Pat McAfee. The referee, whoever the referee is, whether it's Daphne or is that her name? Daphne, Jessica, or some other referees. I don't know who it will be. Gonna count to 5, and Gunther's not gonna let go, and the referee's gonna have to call for a disqualification. Call for a disqualification, and Pat McAfee wins by disqualification, and that irritates Gunther even more. So then he just starts attacking Gunther even more, and then this is when I do feel, unfortunately, really don't want this to happen because I don't like this guy and don't want this guy to have a match with Gunther, but I really do feel that this is when Gunther's music hits No, not Gunther's music hits. This is where Goldberg's music hits, and he comes out to save Pat McAfee from Gunther. I don't feel they're going to get into a brawl. Maybe when Goldberg's helping Pat McAfee, Gunther attacks Goldberg, or we don't get any interaction between them both properly. But I definitely do feel that Goldberg's going to come out to save Pat McAfee from getting absolutely destroyed by Gunther, and then that will set up Gunther versus Goldberg at either SummerSlam, probably, because it's 2 nights, or at the Saudi event that happens later on this year. If we get a Saudi event, I don't even know if we're getting a Saudi event this year, because we normally get Crown Jewel for Saudi, but hang on, my hair is annoying. Let me hang on, let me sort out my hair. Sorry, my hair was really bugging me. Yeah, we normally get like a Saudi event, but I don't feel like we're getting one this year, because, well, later on this year. Have we had one at all? I don't even recall having one this year yet. I really don't feel like we have, no. Unless we had, and I just didn't really take any notice in it being that great, so I've completely forgot that it even happened. Or we just haven't had one yet, because I know the Saudi crowd really like Gunther. I don't know why, but they really like Gunther. So either they save it for that Saudi show that happens later on this year, or it happens at SummerSlam. But I do feel that Gunther's gonna absolutely destroy Pat McAfee towards the end of the match, and then oh my god, I keep saying Gunther. Goldberg's music is gonna hit. He's gonna come out to save Pat McAfee, and then either Gunther brutally attacks Goldberg, well, not brutally, but attacks Goldberg, or they just have a slight interaction with one another, and then that is let me mute my phone so it doesn't keep going off while I'm filming. There you go. Yeah, so I feel that the match is going to end in a disqualification, but McAfee's going to win by disqualification. Goldberg is going to come out to make the save to help Pat McAfee, and that then sets up Goldberg versus Gunther in Goldberg's last match in the WWE ring this year at some point down the line, whether that's a SummerSlam, a Money in the Bank, Saturday Night Main Event, a Saudi show, Crown Jewel in Australia, like whatever PLE it is, it's going to happen at a PLE at some point this year, obviously. So that's what I feel is going to happen for the match between Pat McAfee and Gunther. The next match that I'm going to talk about is Becky Lynch versus Laura Valkyria for the Intercontinental Championship. This one's a tricky one, because I do feel that Triple H is really behind Laura Valkyria for the simple fact alone that she was the first ever Intercontinental Champion. For the second reasoning that she hasn't had like a silly run like Chelsea Green has had. Like, as much as that kind of suits Chelsea Green's character, Chelsea Green had a silly United States Championship run with the belt when she had it, but Lara Valkyrie's had more of a serious run with the belt, and obviously she's defended it quite a few times now as well against quite up there people, and now she's going into a proper feud with Becky Lynch. So Triple H is definitely behind Lara Valkyria, but I do feel that the belt kind of needs someone that is a veteran in the WWE to help build the legacy with the belt. Because as much as Lara Valkyria is very good in the ring, I feel like her character work needs a bit more. She needs to build up her character work up a little bit more, because I think she's lacking in like connecting with the crowd, and just, I don't know, there's something, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's her connection with the crowd, or her song, or her promos, or just her in-ring ability. I don't know what it is, but there's something not quite there with Lara yet. So I feel like giving her a championship match against Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch winning the Intercontinental Championship, and then being the one chasing the title, so people can really, so we, Triple H and TKO or whoever it may be, the backstage, or even us, can really see what she's like and how she connects with the crowd, chasing the Intercontinental Championship instead of being the Intercontinental Champion. So, as much as I do feel that Triple H is behind Lara Valkyria, I feel like there's just something not quite there at the moment. So I just feel like putting the belt on a heel Becky Lynch will really help elevate heel Becky Lynch even more, to be even more cockier than she is already. And I do feel that it will help Lara Valkyria to have this rivalry carried on from Backlash with Becky Lynch, but this time she's chasing the title instead of being the champion. So I'm going to go with Becky Lynch becomes our new Intercontinental Champion, but I'm not certain that Becky Lynch is going to win. There is a part of me that does feel that Lara Valkyria is going to retain, but based on this being a prediction video, I have to pick somebody. I can't pick both of them, of course, unless I feel it's going to end in a double disqualification. But based on all them facts I just said, I'm going to go with Becky Lynch becomes our new Women's Intercontinental Championship at Backlash this Saturday. The next match I'm going to be talking about, again, is another Intercontinental Championship match, but this time is the Men's Intercontinental Championship, and that is between Penta and Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Can we still call him Dirty Dominic Mysterio? I don't know, because I can't really say that he's Dirty Dominic Mysterio anymore, because the crowd are starting to love Dominic. I don't know what switched up for us to like Dominic all of a sudden, but we're all loving him. So I don't feel we can call him Dirty Dominic Mysterio anymore, but I don't know. But at the moment, he's still currently slightly heelish. I think he's starting to play like a more of a comedic heel than a heel now. So yeah, I think they're going down that route. Still keeping him a heel, but kind of like a babyface heel, like a comedic heel. Yeah, if that even makes any sense. But this match, I feel that this match is going to be a retaining match. I really do feel that this match is going to be absolutely fantastic, because I'm obsessed with Penta. Like, I absolutely love his Shadow Miedo. I love the Penta walk. He's just, his in-ring ability. He's just, and just him as a person as well. Anyway, like his attire and face paint and his mask and just everything about Penta I absolutely love. But I do unfortunately feel that it's not quite Penta's turn. No, not turn. Penta's time to be a WWE champion just yet. He has only just joined the WWE. He hasn't been in WWE for very long. Like 5 months now. So I just feel not quite yet. I feel like maybe he might become a tag team champion with his brother Rey Fenix, but a single champion, I don't feel that he's quite ready to be that yet. Even though the crowd are like well behind him, and Triple H is clearly well behind him because he's given him another opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship, but not Finn Balor and not Bron Breakker, because obviously Bron Breakker is part of the main event now with Seth Rollins. So I do feel like they are really behind Penta, but I feel that they're not quite behind Penta yet to give him the Intercontinental Championship. So I do feel that this is going to be one of the matches of the night that is going to be a retaining championship match, and Dominic Mysterio is going to be walking out of Backlash as still our Intercontinental Championship, but not by doing it on his own. Finn Balor and Carlito and Raquel Rodriguez, mate. Oh no, Raquel Rodriguez isn't there. Carlito and JD McDonough are definitely going to come out to try and distract Penta, and that will work. We could potentially have a Chad Gable distraction as well, and Rey Fenix comes out to help Penta, but it doesn't still go quite in Penta's favour, because there will be 3 people trying to help Dominic Mysterio win, and there will be 1 person trying to help Penta win. So as much as Penta won at Raw, considering the distractions that happened, yeah, at Backlash, I do feel it's going to go the other way around this time though, and Penta is going to lose, and Dominic Mysterio is going to win. It's going to not win. Well, it's going to win, but it's going to still be the Intercontinental Championship, and isn't going to drop the belt to Penta. So yeah, for this match, I'm going to go with Dirty Dominic Mysterio is still our Intercontinental Champion. The next match I'm going to be talking about, and that's the second to last match. Again, like I said at the beginning of this video, I don't feel that this is the order of what matches, the order that the matches are going to happen, apart from the main event. But this is the second to last match before the main event, and it is Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest versus LA Knight versus the current United States Champion Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship in an absolute banger of a fatal four-way match. I don't know why people are complaining about this Backlash card, saying that it's terrible, because we're getting a commentator versus a wrestler, which we don't get very often. So it's a nice thing to see in WWE when we get matches that we really don't believe are going to actually happen, and we're getting that. And we're getting an angry Gunther that has recently lost his World Heavyweight Championship to a wrestler that has a chant that goes yeet, right? So for Gunther, that is infuriating that he's lost his World Heavyweight Championship to a yeet man. And now we're getting a match between him and a commentator. Like, that is sick. That is so cool. We don't, like I said, we don't get that very often, so it's so nice to see. And then we're getting a follow up from WrestleMania Night 2, when Becky Lynch and Lara Carey won the tag team championships from Liv and Raquel. And then the next night on Raw, Liv and Raquel won them back from Becky and Lara, and then Becky turned on Lara because Lara lost in the Women's Tag Team Championships on their first of title defense. So that's a follow-up from WrestleMania. So that makes sense for it to be Backlash, because there's Backlash between Becky and Lara. Penta versus Dominic Mysterio, again, another match that happened on WrestleMania Night 2 that involved Penta and Dominic Mysterio. So their match makes sense to be on a Backlash, because it is again, follow-up from a match that involved both of them at WrestleMania. Drew versus Damian happened at WrestleMania Night 2, and now they are involved in this fatal four-way for the United States Championship between LA and Jacob, who was also on WrestleMania Night 2. No, WrestleMania Night 1, sorry. And Jacob won the belt from LA Knight. So we're literally getting a fatal four-way with 4 people that were involved at WrestleMania. So again, it is a follow-up, but instead of it being just one-on-one matches between them both again, we're getting both of those really good matches that happened on Night 1 and Night 2 put in one. So I don't know why people are moaning about this card. It makes a lot of sense for every match that is happening to be happening at Backlash. And then, I won't get on to Randy Orton and John Cena. Well, actually, no, I'll talk about it a little bit because I've been talking about all the matches. And then Randy Orton, and as much as Randy Orton and John Cena didn't have a clash at WrestleMania, so it's not really a follow-up match from WrestleMania, but obviously Randy Orton is from St. Louis, Missouri. John Cena is on a retirement tour, so what better person to be his first title defense against than that's not right. His first title against other than Randy Orton. I don't feel like that sounds right. Anyways, his title defense makes sense for it to be Randy Orton because it's in Randy Orton's hometown of St. Louis, Missouri. That makes more sense. Don't know why I just didn't say that the first time. So, as much as, like I said, Randy Orton and John Cena isn't really a follow-up match from WrestleMania, and Pat McAfee and Gunther, I guess, in a way, isn't from a follow-up either. All the matches make sense to be on this Backlash. I don't know why people are moaning about this card being terrible, because this is not a terrible card. This is looking, by how they're building up all the storylines currently, to be a really, really good Backlash PLE this Saturday, and I'm really hoping that it is. But anyways, enough about all that. Let's get on to the prediction winner for this match at Backlash. And this is a tricky one, because on the Friday night SmackDown that's recently happened, Solo kind of put Jacob in this predicament where he has to defend his title against 3 other superstars. And then when Jacob left and Nick Aldis said that this is your own doing for what's happening with Jacob, he kind of smirked a little bit at Jacob when Jacob had his back to Solo. So it is really either making me believe that Solo is going to turn on Jacob during this match, because obviously it's a no disqualification because there's more than one person, more than 2 people involved in the match. That is Solo going to cost Jacob the match for the United States Championship, and are we going to get a new champion in Drew McIntyre? Because I have a slight feeling that Drew McIntyre is going to win the United States Championship, not LA Knight, because I just feel like LA Knight winning it, losing it, winning it, losing it, winning it, losing it every time he gets an opportunity is just ridiculous. So I feel like giving it to Drew will help elevate Drew's heel character even more, and then he can go on to have a rivalry with both Damien and LA Knight. So that can be a love rivalry, and then Jacob and Solo go on to have a rivalry all the way up to SummerSlam in August. It's going to be really frustrating if Jacob does lose, though, because obviously he's only just won that championship. By the time Saturday comes, it will be 3 weeks ago. Like, he literally won that championship 3 weeks ago Saturday if he loses it. But at the same time, I do feel that Jacob and Solo, a feud like that, doesn't need the United States Championship. So this one's tricky. I think this is the most trickiest one out of all the matches, because I can see it going that way that I just said. Drew McIntyre wins the United States Championship because Solo Sikoa helps Drew to win it, and then Drew McIntyre goes on to have a feud with Damian Priest and LA Knight, and then Jacob Fatu goes on to have a feud with Solo Sikoa without a championship. But then I also see Jacob and Solo just fighting it out for the United States Championship because Jacob is still champion, but there's slowly throughout the months, a Solo is kind of almost distracting Jacob Fatu to the point where he almost loses his championship. So I can see it going that way as well, where Jacob wins it and retains it, but we see a slowly turn, I guess, by Solo because he's distracting, and it gets to the point where Jacob almost loses the match because of Solo distracting him. So I can see it going that way, and Solo constantly putting Jacob Fatu in these really high-end matches because he keeps getting involved, and then Jacob has to keep defending his title in these big matches like he is this Saturday. So I can see it going that way as well. And I feel like they're really behind Jacob Fatu, and I feel like they're really loving Jacob being United States champion. And they could easily do a feud between Drew, Damien, and LA without the belt as well. And I don't know if the belt would look. I don't know if it would look weird on Drew McIntyre, because I just feel like he's too up there to have a belt, to have a mid-carder belt. So I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna go Jacob Fatu. I'm gonna go Jacob Fatu. If I'm wrong and it goes the other way, I guess in a way, even though I predicted Jacob Fatu is gonna win this match, in a way I've kind of got it right if it goes the other way, but haven't at the same time. But I'm gonna go with Jacob Fatu. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Jacob Fatu. I wouldn't mind if he loses and has this rivalry with Solo, because I do want to see this rivalry with Solo. But I don't know. I feel like it makes sense for Jacob to still be champion and it go the way of Jacob defending his title in these big matches because of Solo Sikoa, and eventually Jacob sees that Solo's deliberately putting Jacob in these high-end United States Championship matches, so eventually he turns on Solo, and then that sets up the feud between those two for the United States Championship. And then Damien either goes on to feud with somebody else, or he feuds with both Drew McIntyre and LA Knight, because I do feel like they could carry on that Drew and LA Knight feud, because that everyone was really interested in that. So yeah, my final prediction is that Jacob Fatu is going to retain his United States Championship at Backlash this Saturday. And now we are on to the main event, I'm about to say of the evening, like a UFC presenter then. We're on to the main event of Backlash, and that is Randall Keith Orton. Randall Keith Orton versus heel John Cena for the WWE Undisputed Championship in St. Louis, Missouri, of Randy Orton's hometown. Unfortunately, I don't see Randy Orton winning in his hometown. WWE don't tend to like WWE superstars winning in their hometown. It's very, very rare. A very, 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 very rare occasion do we see a superstar from their home country win in their home country. And I just don't feel that John Cena's going to lose. Like, he's only held that title, when it comes to Saturday, he's held that title for less than 3 weeks, because technically he won it on the Sunday, so he's going to be holding it for less than 3 weeks. And I just can't see him losing it, because I do feel that he's going to be defending it at Saturday night main event, maybe again against Randy Orton or somebody else. I'm not too sure, but what's going to happen with that yet. But he's already been promoted for being on Saturday night main event and Money in the Bank and Clash in Paris. So I just can't see him losing the title. I hope the match is good. I hope we get no stupid interactions by Travis Scott. I really don't want to hear Fiend again. Like, no thank you. I heard that so many times on WrestleMania. It was on the main event of the WrestleMania Night 2, ruined WrestleMania Night 2 because they decided to go with Travis Scott as the person that distracts Cody, which is the most ridiculous decision ever. I'm not going to get too much into that because we're done with that whole Sunday night main event WrestleMania now, so that's in the past. But I really hope we don't get any distractions from Travis Scott. I really just hope it is a one-on-one match between Randy Orton and John Cena, and they have a good classic Randy Orton and John Cena match from 2009. I know it's not going to be as good as their 2009 match because obviously Randy Orton has back issues. John Cena's getting towards his end of his career. Randy Orton also is getting towards the end of his career, so I'm not going to be like angry if they don't put on a 5-star classic like they used to, but I hope it is up there as being one of their matches that we will remember. I kind of do wish it was an I Quit match. Like, I really do wish they made it a stipulation, and we could possibly still get that tomorrow on SmackDown, but I was really hoping for them to make it a I Quit stipulation match, because I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure at Backlash in 2009, I might be wrong, it might have happened at a different PLE, but we got Randy Orton versus John Cena for the WWE Championship in an I Quit match, and it's probably their most iconic match. And if it did happen at Backlash in 2009, which I really feel like it did, but I could be wrong, but I know it happened in 2009, but I can't exactly remember which PLE it was. But I feel like it was Backlash. And if it was, it's going to be even more annoying that they haven't revisited that I Quit match and done it at Backlash, because if that I Quit match in 2009 happened at the Backlash PLE and Randy Orton's facing John Cena at this year's Backlash and it's not an I Quit match, it's kind of a bit disappointing in a way, because that would have been a really iconic and throwback moment to make John Cena defend his title this time, because at that current time Randy Orton was the champion, and then obviously John Cena beat Randy Orton in 2009 in that I Quit match, but this time they swap it because John Cena's the champion and Randy Orton's the challenger, and they make it an I Quit match at Backlash. But I don't feel like we're going to get that now, but that would be really, really cool. But yeah, I don't see Randy Orton winning, unfortunately. I would love that we got John Cena dropping the title, winning the title back, dropping the title, winning the title back like a few times, but I can see John Cena holding that title, up until even his very last match against Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes wins it back, for sure. I can definitely see Cody Rhodes winning that title back. whether that's heel Cody Rhodes or face Cody Rhodes. Well, either or, I can definitely 100% see Cody Rhodes winning the title back from John Cena. So yeah, unfortunately, even though I would love for this one to be an I Quit match and for two Randy Orton to win, for this match of the main event, for the match of the main event, for the main event of Backlash, oh my God, I'm gonna go with John Cena retains his WWE Undisputed Championship. So yeah, guys, that was my prediction video for this Saturday's Backlash. Again, can't believe I'm even saying that out loud, because like I said, we literally just had a PLE and now we've got another one, and then we got another one in 2 weeks on Saturday. It's a bit mad at the moment. We've got so much wrestling going on and it's just crazy. But anyways, guys, I'm sorry that I messed up a few times in this video, and yeah, I don't know what happened. Couldn't get my words out for some real reason. That happens a lot in my videos, but I think it's because I talk so fast, because I'm half Scottish, so I know, I always talk really fast and I end up muddling up my words or missing out on words or mispronouncing words. Yeah, it's just a whole ordeal, but I'm very sorry, but I like to keep this like real. I don't like to redo the video just because I've messed up a few words or whatever it may be. So I like to just do it in one take pretty much. But yeah, anyways, guys, let me know in the comment section down below your predictions for Backlash and what match out of the 5 matches that I've spoke about is your favourite and the one that you are most looking forward to. Personally, for me, the one I'm most looking forward to is Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest versus LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. Just simply based on their matches at WrestleMania. The fact that we're getting all 4 of them in one ring, I'm just very, very excited for that match. Of course, I'm excited for Randy Orton versus John Cena, but I just feel like it's not going to be a like 4 or 5 star classic. I mean, I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, but based on how heel John Cena wrestles, I just can't see it being really, really good. But for nostalgic reasons, that's going to be a really good match to watch. But based on match-wise, quality-wise, I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, LA Knight, and Jacob Fatu. To be honest with you, all of the matches I'm really looking forward to. But yeah, I think only just that Fatal 4-Way is just up here. And then I think the second match I'm most looking forward to is Penta versus Dominic Mysterio. Very close with Becky and Lara. But yeah, guys. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below your predictions for Backlash and what match you're most looking forward to. And yeah, guys, I will see you for the SmackDown review tomorrow, and will be doing some Backlash reaction videos as well, so look forward to those, and possibly a Backlash review on Sunday. So we've got a lot of videos coming out, so look forward to those. And I think I also have a video coming out on Sunday as well, and a t-shirt haul unboxing. So again, look forward to that video. I think there's like 5 videos coming out in the next like 4 days. So a lot of videos. But anyways, guys, this has been Charlie, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.